Good morning, everyone. My name is Hunter Artman. I lead one of the sales engineering teams here at Abnormal AI. And today we're going to be walking through AI Phishing Coach, how I approach demoing this product to prospective clients, and some of the advantages that it brings to the overall industry of security awareness training. So with that, we'll go ahead and get into the portal and then start talking about how I go about demoing this and then some of the advantages of it. Okay, so here we are in the portal. This is the Abnormal dashboard. To get to AI Phishing Coach, you navigate to the section on the left-hand side that says AI Phishing Coach. There are going to be three different tabs that we'll go ahead and look at. The first is just going to be an overall dashboard, firstly, of how many simulations we've sent and how many failures we've had for those simulations. And if I scroll down, we can see who has actually failed a security awareness training that has been sent out by Abnormal AI. So clicking into Renee West, which is the one that I usually share with customers and prospects, this walks through the entire timeline of the attack or the security awareness training that she ended up failing. There's going to be several different callouts I'll make here that make Abnormal's AI Phishing Coach product significantly more unique than something like a KnowBe4 or a Cofense or other security awareness training products out there. The first one is going to be right here at the top, selecting real attack for simulation. So the way that Abnormal's AI Phishing Coach ends up working is, instead of operating off of a library of templates that have to be maintained and customized by the customer, Abnormal instead takes real attacks that have been sent to the environment that Abnormal has stopped and utilizes those as a baseline for how we actually build out these security awareness training emails. This makes it much more pertinent to the end user. It also means that they're getting hit by things that are similar to what the bad guys are actually trying to hit them with. So that makes it a lot more pertinent to the threat landscape of today. And this happens all automatically without your customer having to purchase more templates from KnowBe4 or customize those with specific branding or unique names or anything like that. It also happens, we can also auto schedule these, so you're not having to devote an entire full-time employee to security awareness training anymore, which in the grand scheme of things is not the most exciting part of cybersecurity anyway. So let's click into the full attack details here to look at what attack Abnormal's AI Phishing Coach selected for this security awareness training. And we can see that it is an email coming from Elmo Financial to Jonathan Green, who is our Chief Financial Officer, and it is a document review attack. So DocuSign, document pending for review and signature, QR code. So this is the attack that Abnormal has blocked. That was a real attack that came into the organization. And whenever we built out our security awareness training, we use this as a template automatically. And so we can then scroll down and see show full content. Renee is getting an email that says, there's a document that she needs to review document, click this link. So very similar type of email as the one that was an attack that was sent to Jonathan. Now, if you've noticed, we have sent this security awareness training email to Renee, but Jonathan was the one that received the attack. Well, Jonathan Green is our fictional Chief Financial Officer at this organization. Renee West is the Senior Vice President of Treasury. So whenever we are going in and selecting an attack automatically, we don't always have an attack for that particular end user. So Renee might not have been hit by any phishing emails recently. So instead, what the program did was it looked for other employees that are related to Renee. So she is the Senior Vice President of Treasury. So it would stand to reason that anything that is going to the Chief Financial Officer as a phishing attack is probably going to be relatively similar to what Renee would expect to see in a phishing attack should she see one pop up in her inbox as well. And again, all this happens completely automatically without your end users having to customize all this stuff. Scrolling down, we can see that the simulation attack email was read. So Renee did end up opening this email. She ended up failing it by clicking on the phishing simulation. And then she received some training on how to identify these kinds of emails in the future. So this is really important. Instead of being, really punitive around these security awareness trainings, we're putting training together that is displayed to Renee immediately after she ends up failing a security awareness training, which is really important. The training is not only pertinent, but also really, really timely. So this is all, again, done automatically. Keying in on the security signals. So vague document reference, suspicious financial partner domain, urgent financial approval request are all things that we as potential phishing victims should be taking into account when evaluating whether an email is legitimate or not. Now, part of this is Renee should be acknowledging the training, and there's a button down here at the bottom that says acknowledge training. So this is really, really important because it tracks that the end user did receive the training and acknowledges the training. So the reason why we put these kinds of timestamps in are for reporting purposes, whether you're trying to dump this to cybersecurity insurance provider or any sort of compliance requirements like SOC Type 2 or anything like that. These are all going to be aspects of security awareness training that you will need to be able to provide. Now, on the reporting side, we can get full reports for every single end user in the environment, whether they opened a phishing simulation email, whether they reported that phishing simulation email utilizing the report phish button, as well as any failures and how many of your employees acknowledged those trainings. Now, as a result of us needing to be able to identify whenever an end user reports a phishing email as part of security awareness training, a prerequisite for AI Phishing Coach is AI Security Mailbox. So your end users or your customers must be subscribed to AI Security Mailbox in order to utilize AI Phishing Coach. We can get into AI Security Mailbox a little bit later. Reach out to me if you're not 100% sure what that is. Maybe I'll make a video for that in the future, but that is a prerequisite for the security awareness training module that Abnormal is bringing out. The last area that I'll touch on is really going to just be general security awareness training. So these are AI videos that are auto-generated that cover various topics. So in this one that I have loaded in the demo environment, we're covering things like best practices around password management, multi-factor authentication, safe social media usage, not putting yourself out there on social media as much as everybody appears to love to do these days. Secure use of device and applications, remote work, security guidance, among a host of other things. Video is 15 minutes long. This is kind of the default video that we go in with, but if you would like to make changes to this video, whether that be shorten the video, lengthen the video, change the topics, whatever that might be, you can reach out to Abnormal Support. There are several things on our roadmap from a security awareness training stance that I'm not going to get into in this video, but please feel free to reach out to myself or your particular channel manager around what that roadmap actually looks like for security awareness training, because I'm giving you kind of what it looks like today in August of 2025, and it might look different in November of 2025. So the main advantages to security awareness training or AI Phishing Coach delivered by Abnormal AI are that, firstly, it's all automatic. Customers don't need to manually tune all these templates. Second, it's going to be much more pertinent to the threat landscape as it exists today, because we are selecting real attacks that Abnormal has blocked from hitting your environment, and the more advanced attacks at that. It means that we are delivering security awareness training utilizing the most advanced attack types that bad guys are utilizing to try and get your end users to fall for them. And then lastly, it just means that you're not going to be spending as much time, or the third advantage is you're not going to be spending as much time on security awareness training. You can purchase AI Phishing Coach, set it to automatic. It will send out security awareness training emails automatically to your user groups, and then be able to document their ability and to be able to document their efficacy around reporting those emails or not reporting those emails and maybe failing those simulations. So quite a bit of automation. We're leveraging AI in a lot of really, really cool ways with AI Phishing Coach, which is why AI is in the name. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you all in the next one. Maybe this is kind of becoming a series now, but thank you so much.